Hi, my name is Daphne, and today I'm actually planning out some of my pepper plants. You can't see this tray, but there is tons of peppers behind me, at least 7 to 10 peppers behind me, that I'm actually going to be planting into 5-gallon bucket from Menards with some holes that will be drilled at the bottom. And these will actually sit on the porch. My porch is facing I think it actually faces the east, but there are buildings in front of it, so basically the porch gets no sunlight, even though it faces directly east. Um, so with the porch being so shaded, it's the perfect location to actually put pepper plants. So I usually put about 5 to 6 pepper plants in 5-gallon buckets on the porch. So I'll show you guys how I do that. All right, so this is my little setup right here. I have all of my pepper plants. I have 6 5-gallon buckets, one here, well, 5 there and one here. 3 of which I have to drill some holes in, so I will be doing that. I have a wheelbarrow because I am reusing some of last year's garden soil. So this one and this one, the ones I have left. So I basically just dump those into the wheelbarrow, add some fresh soil, which is this one here. Now, I'm not advertising Miracle Grow by any means, just because I've had some bad experiences with Miracle Grow this year. But it was on sale, and I'm just hoping that it does say made with compost, so I am hoping that that isn't like contaminated. But it was on sale, so I'll use it. And it's a big enough bag. Well, I'm hoping I can fill up these buckets, at least with the material I have left. I have some leftover powdered eggshells from the tomato planting, so I'm going to add this to like the compost mix. I'm sprinkling it at the bottom of the containers. And then I have these wonderful tongs that I picked up at the dollar store. So they're really, really great for that. And inside of this bucket is kitchen scraps that I've been collecting for the last week. Well, maybe 3 days or so. And they will actually go at the bottom of each bucket to just attract the worms inside of the buckets. And as the kitchen scraps decompose, it will provide additional nutrients for the plants throughout the growing season. So that's what I have right now. And I'll just show you guys how I plan them out. All right, I needed to move you guys into some shade before my camera decided to cut off. So we have 5 baskets. Well, I'll show you the 5 baskets, the 5 containers that we do have. Did not have enough soil to fill up 6 containers, and I don't want to run out and get any more today. But I will, yeah, we have 6 containers, and the problem is we have, let's see. Well, I think I just broke a cayenne pepper, but it wasn't doing so well anyway. It had sun scald, so -1. But we have, and these are just the leftover peppers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I only have space on the porch for 6. So we'll do cayenne pepper, even though it's very sun scald. I thought it was cold, but this white, the sun is just beating them. It's just like eating them up. So we'll do 1. Marconi red, 2. And I guess I can reuse the soil. 2. We have an ancho poblano, 3. We have a lemon jalapeno, 4. And I have Thai peppers planted out already. Coney red. I'm setting those to the side. Maybe I can give those away. It's a very healthy Thai pepper, so that might go on. Well, jalapeno, replace that with the Thai. So we don't have any jalapeno peppers planted out here. So I might do 2 jalapenos, an ancho poblano, a lemon jalapeno, and a Coney red. And then I have 2 Maconi reds, a cayenne pepper, a Thai pepper, Maconi red, so 3 Maconi reds, and another Thai pepper that I guess I need to give away. We don't have enough room for them, but that's fine. So just showing you guys what I'm looking at here. We have 5 containers. I actually was able to fill them up for the most part. And then I'll just heavily mulch the top of these with some leaves that I have in the garage, so that'll be perfectly fine. And then these are the peppers that are going on the porch, and then those will be the ones I donate to the rec center. And that works out perfectly. All right, so I'll just get on my gloves here. And the plants already have enough fertilizer within the base. The worms will be all over this. It's really interesting because obviously the porch is concrete, so it's not directly in the ground, but for some odd reason the holes are at the bottom of these containers, but the worms are always in them. So I don't know how they get in, but there's always tons and tons of worms at the end of the season. So, and I don't have to buy worm compost because they poop in the buckets. As long as you feed them, they'll be in the containers. So I rarely have to fertilize these, but I do give them a dose of 511. So I water the entire garden with 511 like maybe once a month. And then I also have some homemade compost tea and some comfrey tea. And I also water that every other week. So they'll get comfrey tea, compost tea, and then the next 2 weeks they'll get a fish fertilizer, and we just constantly rotate every 2 weeks. As mentioned, I'm doing an experiment with these peppers. I'm actually going to be fertilizing them quite heavily come July and August to see if that helps with the ripening of the peppers. Because I always end the season with a ton of unripe peppers. And what's the point in that? This is a jalapeno. So unlike tomatoes, you don't want to bury peppers too deep because they don't root all the way up the stem. But I was just removing the bottom leaves, and it wasn't super root bound, so it's perfect. And peppers don't like their feet wet, so it's perfectly okay for it to be this dry. I'm just digging a hole. All right, just lift it just a little bit. And I just keep the leaves in. The leaves will break down and become a nutrient. All planted up. I'll get the other 5 planted, and then we will mulch these. I also need to take off these plants are starting to get peppers on them, so we definitely need to snip these off. I want them to root properly in these buckets before they start to produce fruit. So we'll heavily water these. We'll fertilize them next week once they become established, and then we'll just let them go. All right, so they are all potted up, and I'm going to go to the garage and get out that bag of leaves and give them a nice top. Well, I'll probably water these in first. Maybe I should move them first. I'll move them, water them once they're in their permanent location, or at least for the season, and then add some mulch on the porch. I think that's a better idea, because if you add water, it gets heavy. So, yeah, I'll do that. Aren't they beautiful? Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great day. Peace.